Well, recently I got a couple of questions all related to the same thing. It's constraints. So you've got these constraints, and so I decided, okay, let's do a video, a basic video for each and every one of them. And let's start with the link constraint. So what's a link constraint and what do we want to achieve? A link constraint is kind of like linking, but it's a temporary link. And it's not always there, it's only there if you want to and if you need it. So to show you what we want to achieve is the following. I did this small animation, so the truck moves on, goes to the direction of the barrels, should pick them up, take the whole pallet and the barrels, drop them down there and leave again. That's the basic idea. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that these two have a link for the whole period, because when the truck comes in, it lifts it up, it takes the barrels and the wooden structure as well. So that's the first thing we'll do. We'll link these two. So now if I move this one wherever inside the scene, you can see they're both moving, so the barrels follow the wooden structure. So now the next thing is we need to link this one to the pallet lift down here, so this part. So we need to have a link between those two as well. But what would happen if we do this? Of course, when we move, everything moves, and that's not what we want. So we need to take that one away. Check if this one is still there. Yep, it is. All right. So what we need is we need the link constraint. So we'll link this one with a link constraint to that one. So animation, constraint, link constraint, rubber band, click the fork. So what we see here is the link parameters, and we don't want to link it directly to this L extension because then we have the same movement as we had before. So we delete this one, but we link the pallet to the world. So at the beginning it is there, but it doesn't move like you can see. So we move our time slider to 30. That's the point where the lift starts picking up the whole pallet, and we say okay, we add a link, and we add a link to that part. Here you go, the L extension is the fork. So once that's done, you can see it now is being picked up, it's being moved, it's being transported, and down here at 110 the link should be gone again, so it has to leave. So that means that the wooden structure, the pallet, has to be linked to the world at this point in time. Here you go. So frame number 110, back to the world. So it starts at the world, it is connected to the forklift, and then it goes back to the world again. So that means that it will be left alone. So now we have our animation. That's basically it. There are not many settings down here, because we're using a already animated, pre-animated forklift. We don't need these where you can make some keys entry for children or parents, but we don't need it, so we use the none key. You can move this one around, of course, but it is related to my previous animation I did, so if you want to play around with these numbers you can, but what's the use? And that's about it. That's all. So I'll see you with the next constraint.